Mom. Okay.
Want to invite everybody to move over to the turf. We're going to get started.
Okay, to the turf, everybody.
It's live.
I understand.
We're gonna just walk right to the turf over here. Stop. Yeah, we're gonna go. Sam has to watch the live. I'll just go with myself. Okay, you got this.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Emotions Matter Walk 2025 for borderline personality disorder. So I'm going to be your MC for this section of the walk, and I want to introduce myself. I am Sharon Simon, and I know I look kind of like an art teacher, but that is not sensical because I am terrified of kids. I am a touring headlining comic. I am originally from the best part of New York City, New Jersey. See my Jersey folk are here with the Jersey call. So I have been on Saturday Night Live, I have been on Comedy Central, and I have spent years and years locked inside the back of my head living with borderline personality disorder. I have been able to get myself out with a lot of DBT, thank you, CBT, an IUD, and a one-time DUI. I have a wild past. I don't know if anyone else does. When I was locked inside back there, I did a lot of things. I'll tell you, back then I partied with everyone. Because now I'm married, so I party with no one. I had a hard time getting a diagnosis. Anyone else? Yeah, it was hard to get diagnosed. It was hard to, my therapist always thought different. I had this one therapist, I know she thought I was totally self-absorbed because I was constantly talking about myself. I had a therapist for a while where it wasn't working. Have we all had that experience? Yeah, it wasn't working. So I'm like, you know what? I'm done. This isn't working. Her response was, the only way you're going to work out your issues is if you work out your issues with me. Now I'm in couples counseling with my therapist. I have to pay both co-pays. I genuinely, if this is not the hardest part of it, I had an easier time finding a husband than finding a therapist. Did both online. Both are online these days. We don't have a lot of time, so I want to get all of this started, because now, after all I went through, being diagnosed, being hospitalized, being in a day program and all of that, I got the key to get out of the back of my brain, and now I live every single day to its fullest. Woo! Thank you. Even if I decide on a given day I'm going to keep my pajamas on and binge watch The Office for 24 hours, it's still a good day because it's mine. Are you ready to get this started? Yes. Yeah. All right. So on behalf of Emotions Matter, I welcome the 2025 Walk for Borderline Personality Disorder, 7th annual walk in New York City. Woo! And we want to welcome everyone who's here, who's joined us at Hudson River Pier Park for Pier 46, as well as our virtual walkers on YouTube and the community around the world. Woo! So I know if you're sharing from our virtual community, please share in the chat where you are so we know how many people we have coming from absolutely everywhere. Yeah. Woo! So are you ready for your next speaker, my friends?
Yeah.
Woo! She is the co-chair of Emotions Matter, peer facilitator, and co-chair of fundraising and events. Please welcome Sarah Rosenberg.
Hi everyone, welcome. So glad to see everybody. My name is Sarah Rosenberg. I'm one of the board co-chairs here at Emotions Matter. So excited to see everyone today. I got involved with Emotions Matter 7 years ago, actually at the first walk. So this is very, very special to me. I was just beginning my recovery journey at the time. What started as a volunteer role quickly became something much more meaningful. The compassion, strength, and shared purpose within this community have been essential to my healing. And through this work, my mindset has become fully recovery oriented. What I once saw as limitations, I now see as strengths. My lived experience has given me the tools to connect, to lead, and to inspire others in our community. I'm proud of the progress I've made, and prouder still to help others believe in what's possible for themselves. To all who are here today, thank you so much for being here. Whether you're joining us for the first time or returning from one of our programs, you belong here. And to our volunteers, your dedication continues to inspire me every single day. Let me proudly introduce you to Emotions Matter. Emotions Matter is a 501c3 nonprofit organization founded in 2015 to educate, advocate, and support people impacted by borderline personality disorder. Our vision is to create a world in which every person with BPD has access to resources and support to achieve a meaningful recovery. One of the ways we bring that vision to life is through our online peer support groups. Safe, welcoming spaces where people with BPD can connect, share, and heal together. I'm proud to be one of the trained facilitators, and I can tell you from personal experiences, these groups change lives. I've seen people who once felt isolated begin to feel seen, heard, and empowered. That sense of community is at the heart of what we do. Another meaningful part of my role has been working closely with our executive director, Paula Tusiani-Eng. She pours her heart into this organization every single day. Her dedication, resilience, and compassion are truly unmatched, and it's been an honor to support her in carrying out our mission. It's also been such a joy to collaborate with my co-chair, Melissa Ferdinando. Her insight, encouragement, and partnership have made every challenge feel surmountable. Whether it's helping shape our strategy, organizing events, or making sure we have the resources we need to grow, I've seen firsthand just how much care goes into everything that we do. I've also been deeply involved in building our fundraising efforts because none of this happens without community support. Every donation, big or small, directly fuels our programs, keeps our peer support free and accessible, and helps us reach more people who need help. If you're able to give today, please know it truly, truly makes a difference. I'm so excited about today and everything we have in store. My hope is that you leave here with something meaningful. New knowledge, new perspectives, and most of all, new friends. Welcome to the Walk for BPD, and thank you for being part of this wonderful community.
Woo! Thank you, Sarah. Keep it going for her. Our next speaker is a licensed psychologist, writer, speaker, and DBT expert, as well as an expert in borderline personality disorder, self-harm, and LGBTQ mental health. And get this, co-author of the self-directed DBT skills book. Amazing. Please give a warm welcome to Dr. Kiki Felling.
So thrilled to be here. As a psychologist who works with folks struggling with BPD, I have witnessed over and over how BPD stigma and misinformation prevents people from getting the help that they need. I'm super honored to be here and combat that stigma. So for those who don't know, borderline personality disorder is a mental health diagnosis characterized by extreme emotional difficulties. Someone with BPD is likely to feel their emotions super intensely and have trouble regulating those emotions. This can lead to impulsive behaviors, stressful relationships, confusion about one's sense of self, and various difficulties in work, school, or daily life. BPD profoundly impacts the person with BPD as well as their loved ones. So sadly, many people incorrectly believe that people with BPD are purposely attention-seeking, manipulative, or totally hopeless. But BPD is not a choice, BPD is not a character flaw, and BPD develops through a combination of biological predispositions and environmental factors that are out of a person's control. But the good news is that change is possible for people with BPD. There are several evidence-based treatments for BPD, including dialectical behavior therapy, mentalization-based therapy, and transference-focused psychotherapy. And personally, I specialize in DBT, and as a therapist, I have witnessed firsthand how getting the right therapy can be transformational for people with BPD. I've had the privilege of working with people as they've overcome addictions, healed trauma, repaired relationships, stopped self-harming, and built beautiful, meaningful lives. So one feature of DBT that makes it so helpful is that clients attend a weekly DBT skills group where they come together and learn dozens of different skills for regulating emotions and improving relationships. DBT's coping skills are awesome and life-saving by themselves. I believe in them, I love them, but I believe the DBT skills group is so powerful, mostly because it brings people with BPD together. So it's in group that people get to validate one another about how hard it is to feel that you are somehow both too much and not enough. It's in group that people get to learn from one another, from other super feelers specifically, to how to actually cope with life's most difficult parts. And it's in group that people cultivate hope by witnessing other people's recovery. So community, we just heard, is a vital part of recovery from BPD. Community is how we support one another, how we help each other grow, and to then actually come to understand that we all are strong, lovable, and okay exactly as we are. And so that's why today is so important. We all are here to come together and say, you matter, emotions matter, you are not alone, and together we can build beautiful lives. So thank you for being here and for being a part of this community.
Thank you, Dr. Kiki. Let him hear it. Who here has been impacted by borderline personality disorder? I don't think that's loud enough. So has our next speaker, a licensed MSW who's been personally impacted and a professional who knows how powerful stigma can be. By sharing his story, he hopes to raise awareness. Please give a warm welcome to Alex Cahoe.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm a social worker from Long Island, New York. I also was diagnosed with BPD when I was 13 years old. I found out about Emotions Matter around this time last year. I was in a relationship and honestly at one of the lowest points of my life. I hated who I was. I was too ashamed to tell anybody that I had BPD. I was also ashamed to be trans. I just felt empty and hopeless. As a last-ditch effort, I went online and searched up BPD support groups and stumbled upon Emotions Matter. And for the first time since I was 13, I got to see that there are other people like me feeling everything that I'm feeling and struggling with. Being able to be surrounded by people who were so open and honest about what they were going through gave me hope for the first time in a long time. It made me want to embrace my diagnosis and not see it as this label that's going to chain me down and prevent me from ever fully loving who I am. After going to a few support groups, I had the chance to get involved in the BPD and Substance Use Project. This was really important to me because there's so much intersectionality between having BPD and struggling with substance use, and both of these things are incredibly stigmatized. Throughout my time in the social work graduate program, I was taught by other social workers that people with BPD are untreatable, too difficult to work with, emotionally unstable, and manipulative. I even hear this language in the field whenever somebody talks about a client who might be showing signs of BPD. To hear people talk like this about a diagnosis that you know you also have makes it even scarier to be open and look for help, because the whole time you're thinking to yourself, who's going to want to help me? I want to raise awareness because people with BPD deserve to feel seen and heard and not feel like they're being ostracized because of something they can't control. I also want to be a voice for any other trans person that also has this diagnosis and feels too ashamed to speak up because society is forcing them to hide. Nobody should feel like they can't be who they are because it'll negatively impact their ability to get a job or cause them to feel uncomfortable in certain situations. I want to be somebody that helps people see that it's okay to be yourself and you deserve to be yourself. And as a professional in the mental health field, I want other professionals to know that we shouldn't allow anybody in the field to tell us that people with BPD aren't worth helping. When I was diagnosed with BPD and then came out as trans, I felt like I would always be better off and safer hiding who I am. But finding Emotions Matter made me realize that I deserve to be loved and that these pieces of my identity make me who I am in the best way possible. It's not a negative thing and it shouldn't be treated like a negative thing. And hopefully by being here and sharing our stories, we open the eyes of people who really need to hear these things. And we educate mental health professionals that are turning away people who have BPD and treating them like they don't deserve the same access to care. We are so much more than the labels society puts on us. We're a community of people that deserve love and empathy and hope for the future, just like anybody else. And I know that if we stand together, we can educate those around us about what BPD really is and show people who are struggling with their diagnosis that there is treatment and support out there and that recovery is possible. I'm so honored to be here in front of you all and feel confident embracing my diagnosis for the first time in my life. Thank you so much for standing up and showing others that we matter too.
I love being out and proud, and I love being part of the community, knowing that so many of us have so much to offer and that our sensitivity is something to be embraced and encouraged, not squashed. Yes! Our next speaker is a 17-year-old with lived experience. It took years for her to get her official diagnosis, and she hopes to educate on how BPD can affect adolescent life. Please give a warm welcome to Brianna Hauser.
Hi, I'm Brianna and I'm 17 years old. I have been struggling with BPD for a while now and it has severely impacted my life. The last few years of my life have been spent in multiple residential facilities and a combination of inpatient and outpatient treatment. I was first diagnosed with BPD at 15 and I experienced a lot of stigma around the diagnosis because of my age. I've shown very clear symptoms since I was 13 years old, along with many traits beginning much younger. I felt so alone because no one could ever understand why I think the way I do, or why things so little seem to upset me so much. Even a very small disagreement with a friend would cause me to self-destruct because I felt like no one liked me and no one really wanted to be around me. Even being in group therapy upset me because even though everyone was struggling, there was no one who I felt could truly relate to me or understand me. After a while, me and my parents started looking for BPD support groups, but unfortunately, because of my age, there was nothing. I found Emotions Matter, who accepted me and understood that it is very possible to have BPD under 18 if you've had persistent symptoms for over a year. I became a volunteer officially in November after they got approval for someone my age to volunteer. I've met some really cool supportive people who can relate from all over the country, from all over the world. It's so great that we have these in-person events like the walk and the art show where we can all come together as a community. Emotions Matter offers validation, reduces stigma and isolation for others in the community. Being a volunteer means I can help create a more inclusive and empathetic environment. Being able to speak about my lived experience on one of our BPD webinar series last month was such a wonderful experience. Helping to destigmatize experiences and relate to others who have been through similar things. It was also so great listening to the other webinars and being able to see how people have overcome some of the things that once took over their whole life. And also hearing other people who you can relate to and feel less alone. I want to help others who have BPD be able to know that you are not too much for the right people. Not everyone is going to understand you and there's only so much you can do about that. That's why it is so important to try to find the people who care about you regardless of your illness. Like I said before, I'm still only 17 and I struggle with my BPD every day. But it has helped so much that I have found people who are in or who have been in the same position as me. and gave me a community who truly understands.
Give it up for Brianna! And all of the groups within Emotions Matter, aren't they amazing? Amazing and so necessary. We need them. We need community and groups amongst each other. I was in a grief support group and got thrown out for bringing everybody down. And now I am about to bring up the co-founder of Emotions Matter, our not-for-profit dedicated to education, advocacy. She has a master's in divinity from Union Theological Seminary and a master's in social work from Adelphi and a certificate in nonprofit management. She is the co-author of Remnants of Life on Paper, written about her younger sister who struggled with BPD and who is no longer with us. And her passion for advocacy is in her sister's memory. Please help me welcome to the podium our fearless leader, Paula Toussaint.
Did you know that Emotions Matter is celebrating its 10th anniversary this month? Yeah! We started as an organization by walking just south of here on the Brooklyn Bridge at the NAMI Walk in May of 2015. And that was where we decided to form, this beautiful organization that exists today around a shared passion to support people impacted by BPD, to address stigma, and to promote recovery. Happy 10th birthday. There are 3 words that I would use to describe Emotions Matter's value and mission that were there 10 years ago and that are still very much alive today. One is peer-led leadership. We believe in leadership that is driven by people with lived experience of BPD. People who are diagnosed with BPD, in recovery, or as family members or clinicians that are impacted. We believe that peer-led voices are essential to innovation and change. The second is connection. We believe in the power of a diverse, inclusive peer community to promote recovery and save lives. No one with BPD should live alone with suicidal thoughts. We connect over 3,000 people a year to peer support in our support groups and stigma-free educational programs and resources. Connection saves lives, and with your generosity and financial support, we will continue connecting people to our critical services. And the third word I would use to describe who we've been over the past 10 years is advocacy. We invite and encourage people impacted by BPD to tell their stories, to address the stigma and discrimination associated with BPD. Emotions Matter has been on the front lines of changing state laws and resolutions, advocating for insurance parity and federal recognition of BPD to be on par with other disorders. Our superpower is our personal connection to BPD. That is the spark that will move the needle and make the world a better place for the next 10 years to come. Yeah. So give it up for everyone at Emotions Matter that's made this possible. Woo! I want to thank all of the extraordinary volunteers, board members, and staff for giving up their time to make this walk possible. I want to thank our staff, Kimberly Gradisher, Alyssa Gross, Elizabeth King, Christina Burns, and Kristen Falbush, who have provided incredible behind-the-scenes support to make today possible. I want to thank our walk co-chairs, Paul Collins, Melissa Ferdinando, and our board chair, also board chairs, Melissa and Sarah Rosenberg. We have several members of our board here today that I want to recognize: Kimberly Hickey, Alex Stein, Alex Shepp, Mary Sheehan, Andre Grant, Richard Berkeley. We could not have done it without everybody from our board of directors. If you're on the live stream, our leadership makes it possible. So thank you, thank you, thank you. thank our incredible sponsors. I know you see some flags up here. We would not be able to do the work we do without our incredible sponsorships. You know, we offer hundreds and thousands of people a year free peer support. It's not free. It comes from events like this, from the generosity of our donors and sponsors who allow us to be able to access free peer support to people when they need it. So I want to thank our sponsors in a special way for their generosity. In particular, our patron level sponsors, New York Presbyterian Hospital and the Francesco and Mary Giambelli Foundation. Thank you so much. Turner Family Foundation, Silver Hill Hospital, the Coleman Family Fund, McLean Hospital, and Boehringer Ingelheim, and our friend sponsors, the National Education Alliance on Borderline Personality Disorder, Eastern Essential Services, the New England Personality Disorder Association, and DBT Works. Thank you to all of our sponsors.
Woo!
I want to acknowledge in particular the incredible support of the Fishman Family Foundation that we're grateful is with us today, Julie Stampler and Jim from Harm Reduction Therapeutics. And they're here today behind us to raise awareness about the connection between BPD and substance use and overdose risk. We have this incredible collaboration going on with them and the Uplift Lab at Yale University to bring more awareness to the issue of BPD and substance use. And through the generosity of the Fishman Family Foundation, we will be putting out some new resources, a social media campaign to bring more awareness to this. And I do encourage everyone that's here to take the free samples of Revive that they have with them today so that we can help people be safe with BPD. Thank you so much for being here. And before our walk starts, I just want to invite a special guest from the BPD bunch, Sadie, up to invite everybody to a fabulous meetup and to say a few words.
Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Sandy. I am the creator and host of a radio podcast called BPD Bunch, which is for and by people with borderline personality disorder. And we are an amazing cast of, ranges from 17 right now, people with lived experience. And one of the comments that we frequently get on our show is, how do I make friends like that? I want to know people who have my experience. And so after the walk, we are going to have a picnic at the end, probably at the tables over there, there's some trees. And it'll be your opportunity to meet and connect with other people with lived experience. I think this is such a great opportunity, and there are a lot of people who travel from far away to be here. And so I'm hoping that we can maximize our time and really spend time with one another and build lasting friendships that go beyond just today. So hopefully you'll come join us despite the weather for a little bit. We've got some snacks. Whoever shows up first gets some snacks. So see you then.
Yeah, are we ready to walk? Yeah! We're going to turn the heat up now by walking. So if we're going to get ready to walk, we have a box of signs. You're either going to have your own handheld made signs or grab a sign from the box. We need some volunteers who can lead with our banner. Behind me. If we can line up over here, the walk begins on Pier 46. You turn right to walk down to Pier 26, Pier 25. You go down the pier, up the pier, and you turn around and come back. There are bathrooms at Pier 45 and at Pier 25. Please take your personal belongings with you as we will clean up the walk site during the route. Pick up your swag, your t-shirts, throw away your garbage so we can keep our space green, and grab a sign and get ready for the walk. We'll start in just a second. Thank you so much for being with us today. And thanks to everybody on the live stream. We hope you're walking wherever you are to raise awareness about BPD in your community. Thank you for being with us today.
Turn it off? Oh yeah, show everyone go. How do I get that someone out of this? You're gonna go walk?
Sorry.
All right.
Have you met Alyssa? She's like a charger.
When we get the live stream.
Live stream, sorry.
Wave. The walk commences soon. I'm like over there. Yeah. Say wave.
It's the live stream. People online for the watcher side.
I'm good. How long do I do the live stream?
Just get everybody when they turn the PA.
Okay.
Where we are in our journey.
Yeah, I mean, this is weird.
Yes, you're ready.
I believe Manhattan is that way.
But yeah, no, I do, yeah.
It's the live stream.
So into like the L part of this project. So I just really, I really
He's getting blown away from her side.
No, I said probably yeah, $600-700. How far was it?
Walk outside, and you're in the middle of the grass. This is real. But don't think I'm like, I mean, I'm
Yeah. We're getting to the front. We're on live.
And that's what we are saving lives. We just don't see it.
stuff.
Live stream?
Getting all angles. We're just going forever.
No, I know that. That's why it's very good.
There's literally one advocacy that is like all over New York. I'm just giving a shot.
Doing anything to do with it.
I mean, I don't remember exactly what she looks like, but I saw someone that it looks like her. I think so. If that makes sense. I think it's Sarah. But I might be wrong, dude.
Oh, she's here.
Ask her about
Just.
But you have to give me some comments.
To me, it's just about like you just fucking enjoy the process. Like everyone's like, I think future. We are not saying that we're yeah, I'm not yeah, I'm breaking down it's just how you see I know so I'm like, I know, I get it, I totally get it.
some type of tunnel. Slow down. They're very,
fast.
I want to take a break. But you know, I've done it, you know, the year before, I got 16 miles. This year I got 20.
We're still. I will do that. Let's go. Sorry. Go to the other side. Every time. All right, time to catch up.
But to work in a position that'll hopefully build a skill set that
I'm working overtime right now. Peace signs? Peace signs? Sarah got to catch them at the end. I'm right, they should be coming back around this way. We gotta wait. We'll try to catch them. Hold on. Beautiful view. Let's see, where are they? Oh, they're going all the way down there. Look at all those green t-shirts.
Can we go? Can we go? Can we go?
He has a high school diploma. He has 18 years of work experience. But I'm the one with a high school diploma and a college degree.
Alright, we're gonna catch them around there. We're gonna catch them around.
Definitely do have.
Yeah. They're coming around this way. And I'm gonna catch them. This is wonderful content. Yay, we did it. All right, hope you all enjoyed.